Hello everybody and welcome to this replay. This is Chronic bringing you a game today, game 3 between Nony and Jaedong. Both of these players very well known. We've seen the two previous games. First game was a bit strange. Second one, it went in the same direction as the first, but it kind of didn't end up there. It sort of evolved in a different way, let's put it so, shall we? Anyway, this is a diagonal spawn, rather large map, and the scout is just gonna go diagonally and figure out pretty much everything that is going on here. In the previous two games, Jaedong has opted for drone scouts, very fast drone scouts. They went in. He wanted to make sure that he had enough time to take those extra expansions and to take them really early. I mean, that spawning pool in game one was game two actually. Sorry, was delayed, and game one as well. It was like second hatchery completed, third one was almost completed, and the spawning pool was maybe 70% through. So that was a bit weird. I suppose that is the main reason why he wanted to scout Nani's base completely. He wanted to make sure that he's not doing that he has no plans for an early aggression or anything of a kind. What is he doing now? Again, he's sending that drone out, but this time it is not a scout. This time he is placing an expansion there. So no gas, no spawning pool. This is not going to be any sort of early aggression build or anything of a kind. He's going to play a bit of a more standard game, and to go three times for the same strategy or for a strategy that is similar enough to the previous one, perhaps not the best of ideas. Sending that second overlord, he's gonna surround his base completely with overlords. So so he will have a complete overview of the base. I can't help but to feel that perhaps a forge build would be more favorable, but this is such a wide ramp to wall off. I suppose the map does not favor that build. We can look at it like that. But considering what Jaedong has went for that second, pretty much no early aggression or anything of a kind, that spawning pool just now coming in. Actually, this is not just now. This is rather normal. Nothing really strange about it. He could have actually opted for Protoss. Could have opted for an early expansion. Nani doing it just now. But if Jaedong decides to do some shenanigans or something like that to push this second base, to push this natural, this ramp is, as I stated previously, just so wide. It gives so many opportunities. I mean, it will take a while for him to place a proper wall off. For now, he will have to be content with just narrowing the passage down, but later on he'll probably need some sort of a wall off or something of a kind to prevent run-bys, probe massacres, etc. First Overlord has reached the base. Mothership Core there. You could actually send this Mothership Core after this Overlord, and could take him down. No problems there. Zealot across the map. Whoa, what is this? He's just asking to be killed somewhere. Fortunately, there are only two Zerglings, and he's running back as fast as he can. I'm not sure if Jaedong is actually planning to intercept him or not. Probably not, since he only has two Zerglings. I mean, they can't do much, especially considering the fact that the Mothership Core is there. There we go, placing a gateway here. You know what I would like to see? I would like to see an actual mothership. That is what I would like to see in at least one game, because it's been such a fucking long time since I've seen one. It's starting to get on my nerves a bit, but I mean, oh well, what can you really do about it? That is the way of things. That is how StarCraft has evolved. In the Legacy of the Void, I'm sure things will be a bit different, but I don't know. I just don't know. Look at this repair bot. He's just working on this platform here continuously, closing and opening and then reopening, etc. God knows what he's doing there. We should all say prayers that he doesn't screw up and this map just doesn't fall down to that planet behind. Overlord getting sniped with a Phoenix. Nani is about to get pretty much full map scouting with that Phoenix. He's gonna go on an Overlord hunt. Where does his path lead? Yep, he will. No, he won't. Maybe if he redirects him. Oh, Nony, Nony, no. He will not see that Overlord, and that Overlord is safe. He will live yet another day to provide vital scouting information, give timing on the third. I'm not sure which one will Nani actually take. This one is a bit tricky in terms of defensive in terms of defending it, because you just a long way away and very accessible for a Zerg player, susceptible to harassment, etc. Run bys. 3 Phoenix here. I wonder if they're gonna attempt some lifts. There are 3 queens here, so you're probably better off trying to do something here. Quick lift kill, and then run away before that Spore Crawler manages to do too significant of a damage. They did get, I do believe that was 3 kills. Yep, 3 kills total. Okay, not bad at all, but I'm afraid that those Phoenix still did not pay for themselves. They have provided some scouting information, they haven't revealed anything terribly important, they haven't seen the infestation pit, which is a pretty big problem there. Overseer here, gotta be taken down very fast, and this is the most fucked up wall off I have ever seen. Uh, what? I've never, probably should have placed another gateway or something of a kind, not just 4 pylons. But I suppose that's his call to make, not mine. The Stargate, just standing here, sitting, doing nothing. Production capabilities not the best for Nani. Now robotics facility has just been constructed, and the third base being taken. Phoenix in the base of Jaedong sniping probes. 003. I do believe they've killed 3 additional probes, but lost 1 Phoenix. 4, 5. Nah, they're getting some very nice kills. I mean, he's limiting. He's certainly doing population control on those drones, and he has been successful thus far. It's 59 to 51. Zerg is ahead, but that is to be expected. That's nothing strange, nothing new. Roach run by here, killing off drones, probes, and I mean, yeah, he's equalizing this. He's equalizing it basically, and doing a rather successful job there. Should have really opted to kill that pro with that roach, but instead he's just gonna lose him for nothing. And look at this, Jaedong already on 70 harvesters at a 10-minute mark. Jaedong at 70 harvesters at a 10-minute mark. He needs like 5 more, and he's at an optimum. Is that what he's going to do? Apparently not. He's not gonna. Yep, there we go. Exactly. 5 more harvesters, 5 more drones, and he's gonna. I do believe that he's gonna stop there. He's gonna max out his mining, and this will be fantastic for him. He's gonna, if he can take yet another base, and but for that I do believe that he would need a victory in the field, because Nani, but he's gonna push. I mean, at a certain point of time, and that point of time is getting rather close. Extended Terminal Lance is coming. Level 1 ground upgrade has just finished. We have Twilight Council, so we're gonna see some Blink play coming in. What is this? Burrowed Roaches? Nice, they're coming in. I imagine they're gonna sneak in here and do some serious damage. Placing these pylons again as a wall off and a cannon behind. Okay, so that cannon will be able to detect those roaches, assuming that it finishes in time. In all likelihood it will, I want to say, but oh man. Yeah, he wouldn't have seen those roaches even if he passed with Phoenix. I mean, they are underground, so no way for that. But 2 cannons are not going to do much versus these roaches. They're mainly there to detect them early and to basically delay them, stall them a bit. That's it, nothing more. 3 bases versus 3 bases. Ooh, charge coming in on Zealots. This is gonna be very nice. I'll just have a look at here. Harvesters. Wow, actually, Nony again ahead. So 73 to 72. They shouldn't really be building too many workers here. Harvesters, they already have sufficient numbers, especially considering the fact that they are not, and that this is just their third expansion, and this is still relatively early game. Storm coming in. Okay, we haven't seen Storm in the last 2 games, and I do believe that was hindered Nani's play quite a bit. It took so many options away from him. It wasn't even funny to watch what happened in the late game. But doesn't matter. This time he's there. He's prepared with storms. These Phoenix, they want to do some damage, but they see spore crawlers, they see queens, and they decide, fuck it, let's just scout and be on the safe side. Here we go. Locusts coming in. Is about they're. I mean, he's just sending them for no reason. Well, not for no reason. I mean, they still stand the chance of catching units as they move across the map. So better just to send them and than to leave them and make them do nothing. I mean, they're completely free. They don't cost anything. They just spawn on end and cause all sorts of problems for you. These roaches have been buried here for God knows how long. Those holes where they're buried, I bet they're rotting in those holes. They're like their graves. Ah, damn. He has +3 upgrades coming in and ground level upgrades and a lot of zealots with 3 colossi. Corruptors, however, are on the way and they're gonna mitigate a lot of that colossi damage as they're gonna just be able to do. Oh, excellent. They're gonna work in combination with Vipers, so just pull, kill, etc. But I don't think they're. What just happened? He attacked his Colossi. Was he trying to kill a changeling or something like that? The misclick almost killed him actually. He is very low on health. I might consider even killing him completely just to free up supply. I mean, with the amount of Vipers that he's gonna have by the time you engage, you're probably better off with just Templars without Colossi. However, that is not what he's going for. He's actually going for even more Colossi, and I don't think that that is the best of choices, especially not in this sort of situation. Nony just relentless with these bases. He does not want to allow Jaedong to overtake him in that sense. In the wow, Jaedong going actually to 81 probes, to 81 drones. This is a bit of an overkill, but dumping couple of them into buildings or something of a kind. Yep, he's building spine crawlers. Probably a good choice. Here we go. This base has a few cannons, but those cannons are not going to do much versus these locusts that are inevitable to come. There we go. We have swarm hosts. They are en route. They're on the way. They're a bit far though. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to reach this base before their timer runs out. Here we go. We have a bit of pest control here. He wants to clean out this creep. Not cleaning it out that much actually, just pushing up forward, and now he sees what is going on here, that his base is getting torn apart by these locusts. He needs to come back here and deal with this problem. Fortunately for Jaedong, he has already retreated, but that is not known by Nony. He's just going around pest control. Here I do believe that he figured out that he retreated, but he needs to clear out these creep tumors. They give such a huge advantage to Jaedong, it's unreal. I mean, look at the creep spread, it is fantastic. It has more than half of the map, I would even dare say, or at least half of it. But it's just continuing on to spread, and it has almost reached this base, which is the next expansion. Apparently not, making me eat my words again. This base really close. There's a quick run around there, but he needs to build some defenses, and they wall off with this base beginning here, and he can't do that as long as he has those creep tumors around. He needs to clear them out, so he would protect this ramp as well with a single wall off, not to have to place 2 of them there. We have 4 Colossi now in this mix. Protoss shields coming in. Oh, but very nice, very nice. Look at the amount of Templars he has. He has 13 Templars in the field, and we're going to see some 6 Storms coming in. Feedback damage on the Vipers. Probably a wiser choice. Mothership before being pulled in, but not before it managed to cast a slow, the warp field, whatever it is called. There we go, storms coming in, devouring those locusts, doing some damage to pretty much everything there, but they're too far forward. They need to go into the midst of this army, or in the back, or at least into the midst. Locusts are still coming in, those storms doing some damage, but not enough. They're being wasted there, I would even dare say. Now finally a push coming onto this base. This is no longer a fight in the middle, no longer a skirmish in the middle. And here we go, he wants to eliminate these static defenses with Colossi. Actually, for Zerg, they're not that static as they can move really fast. Go, go, go with the storms. He needs to place one here. There we go, doing some damage there. But these Corruptors are fairly good in terms of their health. I mean, Infestor is a bit of misplay there. They were too close to those Stalkers. So they go down again. These storms just making... Oh, damn. Look at how many Templars he lost. They're way too many if you ask me. And some of those Templars fell to their own storms. That is the problem. That was one of the main problems there. No more Colossi, no more Templars, and he absolutely has to retreat as there are too many swarm hosts and he can no longer handle them. He has nothing to kill these numbers of locusts at all. Jaedong safely taking this island expansion now after scoring that major victory there, and wow, he's just expanding like a madman. He's running a risk of overextending himself, placing up a lot more of these spine crawlers. He can dump as many drones into these spine crawlers as he wants. It really doesn't matter because look at how many hatcheries he has. I mean, it is absurd. Uh, where do we see the hatcheries? He has 4 hatcheries, but that somehow does not seem to be a correct estimate. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Would be a more precise estimate, but I suppose they're just in construction. And this is a layer in the main, not the hatchery, so yeah. But there we go, Nony managing to actually do some cleanup work here finally. I mean, he cannot allow Jaedong to expand this freely on the map. For fuck's sake, he's going to lose this game if he continues to play like this. He must do some sort of pest control here. He must limit the amount of bases where Jaedong has expanded. This is where Jaedong is most dangerous, when he has overexpanded and is even though he's overexpanding, he's actually still managing to hold you off. 2 choices you can make: you can expand yourself, or you can try to minimize, somehow pressure him, do some drops, harassment. Skirmishes like this on the map are not going to do shit for you. You need to be harassing his production line, his expansions, his bases. You need to do something about those, else you stand a very good chance of being just overrun. And these swarm hosts are now in melee range of Kuros units. This is not a good thing at all. Even though they're spawning locusts, they're getting killed, they're getting mutilated. Look at how few of them there are left. 6 left in the far back, and they are about to bite the dust as well. Where is the observer in this army? We does not have an observer. Oh man, this is so bad for him. Nothing to see. Finally, no, this is not. They're still killing locusts. They're not killing swarm hosts. Roach is now coming in, but their success will be very limited versus these blink stalkers plus zealots now coming in the mix. He should probably keep those zealots in the back to deal with these locusts until an observer comes. There we go, blinking backwards. And these are 3-2-1 stalkers versus 3-3 roaches. I'm afraid roaches have managed to take the day, but primarily I do believe that it was because of those swarm hosts, else they wouldn't be able to withstand the blink stalkers. They just tend to blink one wave after another, and you get to deal with regenerative shielding, which is terrible for you. I mean, you basically deal with full health units, and that can truly be painful. We got a good amount of high Templars here, but no energy. Are you serious? Like, is there no energy on any of them for a storm? Apparently not. Yep. Now we get some. Now we're getting some, but certainly not enough. Not enough at all. He's hoping for them to regenerate, and here we go. We have a roach run by here. Only one cannon managing to hit them, and they are attempting a snipe on this nexus, but they will fail. Their numbers are too few, and these blink stalkers are really fast. Will you please get fucking more than one fucking observer? There we go. We have 3 of them now. And once he moves out, once the fight starts, he needs to spread these observers around so that not all 3 of them get caught with just a single fungal growth or something of a kind. Soon to be 3-2-2 stalkers, actually 3-3-2, which is oh man, that's such good upgrades. is gonna be so endurable in the field. It's gonna be able to do so much. And now we have 4 roaches just harassing this. What is this supply? Army supply? He cannot even afford. Yep, he can actually warp in, but not much because of the supply count. He has the resources, but his supply is far too big. And now some supply will be liberated as there's a major engagement here in the field. This base is well fortified, but it is doubtful that it will hold. I mean, there is a 40 supply difference, although for Zerg doesn't really matter as much as for other bases, as they can just pop a larger amounts of units in a very short amount of time. Here we go, Stalkers are going down to these most valuable bases that have the most minerals, but he finds that they are all fortified with a large amounts of spine crawlers. He might consider continuing the push here. He needs to actually lose those. He needs to actually lose units down there so he can do warp-ins up here. You see, he had to walk up, and here we go. These roaches are finally gonna get cleared out. They've certainly done their fair share of damage there. Mutalisks now coming in this late game. This is the 29th minute of the game. This is a very long one. But oh well, quite frankly, all the other replays that I've casted, most of them, not all of them, they've been rather shorter replays, and they contain these fast-paced strategies, something of a kind. I'm not saying these are not also good or faster strategies, but still, I mean, the beginning of the game, I suppose, determines that primarily because they just, Jaedong just kept on expanding on end and defending a lot with the Swarm Host, and that's pretty much what the Swarm Host games turn into these days. They just tend to just be unnecessarily long. However, I am still glad. What I would like to see now is a transition into air or something of a kind from Nony, and to do a whole lot of spread attacks across all of these expansions. He is destroying this upper. This is not gonna hinder Jaedong that much. This base has already been mined out, has been cleared out. He's leaving these zealots here to do some cleanup work. This base far more important, that got cleaned up by these Mutalisks. He has the storms, he has the stalkers, he has the proper counter for these Mutalisks, and now we have the fleet beacon that is en route. He should opt for putting more photon cannons here. He will certainly need them. These Mutalisks are making passes, and these passes are not pretty. Every time they do so, they take down your structures, your probes get destroyed. And now we have a two-pronged attack over here. Locusts are coming. This is extremely difficult to deal with, especially in these later stages of the game when you are exhausted, I mean, you're not functioning as you're functioning at the very beginning or in the metagame or anything of a kind. Here we go, Protoss air weapons upgrades, level 1 coming in. Oh no, sorry, this is just a faster carrier launch or something of a kind. I think I'm not too sure about that. But weapons level 1 are coming in as well. What is he making? No, he's still making Phoenix. I don't see any carriers or anything of a kind. Phoenix can be good against Mutalisks, but you need to be doing a chase around games. Basically, you're just chasing around the map. You cannot engage in a full-on fight and hope to win versus Mutalisks. I mean, no way. Phoenix are just gonna get pulverized completely. Swarm hosts getting cleaned out now. These stalkers are on top of them, along with Colossi as well. But damn, this upper base is gonna get completely obliterated. I wish he had a recall or something like that. Such an option available. That would do so much for him now, but in all likelihood, it seems that he will lose this base for good. Phoenix now chasing these Mutalisks away. Their numbers are greater. And that is the problem here. I mean, what is Jaedong doing? He knows he cannot outrun the Phoenix. He should have fought with them and opted to at least inflict some losses and not give those Mutalisks away for free. But look at the resources. He has a shitload of minerals, but no gas of whatsoever. He has dumped it all into Mutalisks. A lot of them has spawned out, have been created, have came into this world to fight versus this army, but unfortunately for him, Jaedong has a very good counter for this. Those Mutalisks will do shit in the field, but they will be used more for sniping bases, for doing a lot of harassment, and now Jaedong taking this base right behind Nony. In spite of those Phoenixes being up in the air, he will not be able to I mean, does he even know? Does Nony know about that base? He has no idea. He doesn't have a clue. Man, he should really do some scouting, but easy for me to say. I have all the time in the world to analyze this. I see the whole map, and yeah, it's just gonna. I just don't want him to live to regret that he didn't scout that corner expansion. There we go, cleaning up these probes here, but I'm afraid that Jaedong is not letting him do this for free. He's making him pay for every time he leaves the base. He's making him pay for it. Zealots coming in, they're gonna take down this hatchery, which is a huge plus. And in this game of taking down bases, I think Nony has the advantage because look at the gas. I mean, the gas amount completely differ for two players, but this expansion here, mining happily away. The only misfortunate thing here is that there aren't enough drones. Zealots have managed to clear this out, and now Nani's main force is pushing. He is deep in the Zerg's territory. He is deep in the Jaedong's part of the map. This is very dangerous for him. Zealot drop here. This is gonna get cleared out pretty fast if those Mutalisks don't come. And now these Phoenix are gonna get fucked because those infestors have fungal growth. They are holding them in place. They cannot run. Nony sees this. He is on the retreat. He's not gonna be able to save this base. This is gonna get sniped. If Jaedong chooses to do so, apparently he does not. He opts for a fight. I'm not sure why is he doing that. He could have sniped the base, no problems, but apparently he wanted those stalkers more for some reason, and now there are even more stalkers coming in. He will not be able to withstand this force. He has to retreat with those Mutalisks. As 600 gas, should be careful. He's not mining as he used to. He still has quite a bit of mining left, but not as before. Yeah, that ship gets taken down, no more drops there. Zealots stranded here will be destroyed. 3 drones. For fuck's sake, if Fury expands, it's gonna be ridiculous, and he does. He does. He's forcing Nanawa to be not. He's forcing Nani to be on pretty much. He's forcing him to be everywhere. He knows that he can't. Especially not now when you are tired. And these 3 lower bases for Zerg, they are for Jaedong, are just mining. They're completely safe. They're not being harassed. Those are the only 3 mining bases, by the way. The upper one is still pending to be established. Naniwa coming in. He does Nani, sorry. Coming in, he does not want this base to become operational. He can't push in the lower part of the map. I mean, technically he can, but he needs to sack the top right expansions that he has. He needs more static defense there, better wall-offs, etc. And then alone can he push without being penalized so heavily for it. He's opting not to go for carriers or anything of a kind. He's just popping out those Phoenix. And now the lower portions are being harassed. Nanama doesn't really care that much about this. He can rebuild these gateways elsewhere. That's not a big deal, especially considering the fact that that base is not mining. But still, loss of buildings can be detrimental. I mean, you can still lose to a base race or something of a kind. You want to have them. In any case, you're better off with them than without them. They do not take supply, and it costs money to rebuild them, especially now when we are in such late stages of the game. I mean, a lot of the bases have been mined out. This base is here, but it is not mining. Probes being transferred just now. They're reaching their destination, and Nony needs to be on top of things. He must prevent this sort of shit from happening. He needs those cannons. He's very low on resources, and I have apparently killed the sound. Let me just oh god, why have I killed the sound? Why? Have I pulled out my headphones or something of a kind? No, I have not. It just seems to be just seem to have lowered the volume somehow. I have no idea. He manages to clean this out, but so what? There are no probes now. They're coming back. They're coming just back now. He's losing the lower base. This base is mining. And he has, I mean, this is here, not doing much, taking just some gas, but gas is very important for the Zerg. Very important. That is the source of those Mutalisks. Roach is coming in here, cleaning up this base. Nony maybe he can make a push here and trade this one for the top one, but no, he's going down. He wants to clean it out, but he's splitting up his army. Can he handle these Mutalisk numbers with the amount of stalkers he has? I doubt it. I purely doubt it. Look at that. There are almost two full control groups of Mutalisks, and he needs those Phoenix here, but there are Templars in the mix. They can do a lot of storms, and these Mutalisks, they go down very fast to those storms. Zerg Flyer Carapace level 3. Oh, damn, these Mutalisks are gonna be so damn strong. 3-3 Mutas. We haven't seen that in a while as well. These roaches are here, they're there to stay, and he needs photon cannons. He needs something else. This whole production is just gonna go down the drain. Either he can put photon cannons there, or he can rebuild in the top right, in the upper parts of the map. But he would need to rebuild completely his tech, his production facilities, and the rest, because look at what is happening here. This is getting sacked completely. Phoenix are coming down. They're going to be able to play a chasing game with those Mutalisks, but all they need to do is fly over a couple of infestors, and it's game over for those Phoenix. Infested. Yep, here we go. These are those corruptors. He sees them. Come on, come on, come on. The observer, it needs to come. There we go. Observers are in the back. Those infestors are not the fastest. Observers are faster than them. There we go. They are going down, casting a fungal growth, catching up some of them, damaging those shields a bit, tickling them, should I say, and that is it. 3-2 upgrades, 3-3, soon to be 3-3, and the ground is 3-3-3. Oh man, this is the strongest ground for us force that I have seen in a very long amount of time. The space gets taken down. As I said, his best option is just to relocate everything at the top side of the map, sack the bottom, and hope for the best, really. Because he can not afford to defend this surface area with the force that he has. Those Mutas have an incredible amount of mobility, and those Phoenix are not the proper defense for them due to the amount of infestors that are in the field. That will be rather difficult. I mean, you're playing a game of dice there. If you fly over those infestors, you are gone. They will get stopped in the place, and you will not be able to do anything. Those Mutas will just devour you. And now he's going into the main. All the production buildings are exposed. Those Mutalisks are coming back. He's being a bit indecisive with those Mutas. Doesn't know what to do really. Phoenix engaging. They're engaging head-on. They should not be engaging head-on. They should be luring them towards these Stalkers, Templars, etc. The infestors are not in the field. I do believe that Nony knows that, and now these Mutalisks aren't that too useful as well. We have Jaedong that has completely lost his main. He's going to lose the hive. Gone. All of these overlords now vulnerable. They're going up. They could be taken down by the Phoenix if they decide to come. Broodlings, they're managing to deal some damage to those Templars. Should take the infestation pit down. Shouldn't just leave it there. There's no need. I mean, you're not gonna. You have the defenses here. These Mutalisks have suffered so much damage, but the Phoenix numbers had dwindled as well, and now they come in the combination with Stalkers. He should not be taking this fight. He knows that Nony's army is en route. He's losing these Mutalisks, and plus additional Warpins can come in. One Phoenix being produced, that's the damage, that's the extent of damage that Nony has sustained. He does not have enough Stargates. That is a big problem for him here. Rebuilding might be a problem for Jaedong as well. Do we have a lair anywhere? No, we do not. These are all hatcheries. He does not have a lair at this point of time, which is, oh damn, that's gonna be such a huge problem for him. If he snipes tech, he will not be able to rebuild it, and that will be game over if Jaedong allows for something of a kind to happen. The problem is now that he's lost all of his Mutalisks. He can rebuild them, and he can go for more Muta Harass. He opts against it. Instead, he goes for a more less mobile force, I would say. He goes for those Ultralisks. 14 Ultralisks on the way. He has dumped a whole lot of resources into them, and he's still at 7,000 minerals. I think he should, perhaps not a bad choice would be those Zerglings, but considering the amount of Templars that are in the field, that might be problematic. And he's slowly inching away towards this base. He's going to clean up those buildings. Not a big deal there. He needs to do a warp in here, but cannot due to the supply. Fortunately, he has a group of stalkers, the control group of stalkers there, and they're gonna do lots of damage to these Mutalisks before they manage to take down the space. But still, a snipe happened, and that is problematic. Here we go, a push going on down here. These Ultralisks are not going to be able to do that much, especially not in this choke point, not with all of these storms and not with Colossi there, but it would seem they're proving me wrong. They are too strong. They have their upgrades are pretty good. Not the attack upgrades though, and these stalkers are just running away from them, blinking away and doing a lot of damage. These have failed. They still have to snipe 3 of them, and those Ultralisks have sustained a lot of damage, has sustained a lot of losses, but he's doing warpins up here to prevent you to harass, and those Mutalisks have went down. No problems. This infestation pit is gonna go down because there's no creep of whatsoever. Let's just switch over. Finally, there is a lair. He has upgraded to it. Where has he upgraded the lair? Here, okay, I would say the safest of the 4 bases. Keep in mind that these are not 4 mining bases. There's these are 2-ish, maybe 1.5 mining base, I would say. What is the status on harvesters? Wow, Nony down to 34. He needs to do something about it, and he needs to do something. Oh shit! I forgot about this base in the back. Oh man, this is gonna be devastating for Nony. I mean, he still doesn't know about it, and that's gonna come to haunt him throughout this game. I mean, this is his base for the taking, and oh damn, who would have thought that he would expand there? But I mean, he has seen those eggs. I mean, it's a reasonable thing to go and check it out. These queens don't stand a chance. These Phoenix are 3-3, 3-3 upgrades, 0 on shields. Actually, no, 0 on armor, maxed out on shields. And here we go, we have Immortals, and now Zerglings coming in. Oh man, today Jaedong is just full of units variety. He's popping, he's throwing everything he has versus Nony. I mean, literally everything he has. He's relentless. He did not stop. This is the 50th minute of the game, and Jaedong is just not stopping. He's not yielding, he's not giving up. Refocus those drones. No, way too many Zerglings there. Major engagement in the field. Way too many Ultralisks. He cannot handle this with just 3 Immortals. He needs way more than that. Storms coming in, but Storms are not that effective versus Ultralisks. They certainly do a lot of damage. But here we go. Can he break this wall? Can he break this amount of Stalkers and Immortals with the amount of Ultralisks that he has? No, he cannot. That is the answer. Ultralisks have been wasted. They have gone down. Nothing here remains of the Zerg army. They have completely been pulverized. Expansions are still being harassed. He does not want to allow him to mine in peace. This expansion is still mining happily away here. I wonder, should he decrease the drone count elsewhere and increase it there, since it has remained undetected for so long without any sort of problems. And finally, the Phoenix come in, and Nony is now, what the fuck, he's been mining from there all along. Zerglings coming into the main base. They are cleaning it up. Oh shit, they're targeting the proper buildings, really. Robotics facilities, very important there, and nothing to deal with them. A couple of Zealot warpins would certainly be able to deal with this. Run by second robotics facility going down. Zerglings here, he's all over the map. Jaedong's concentration just not letting go. The old guard still has it in him. There is still fire in his. There's still fire in him. He still fights. He does not yield. Does not wish to. I must commend his spirit. I mean, seriously, the amount of multi-prong attacks that he has executed in this game, I just can't. I just wouldn't be able to imagine myself doing so many things at the same time, especially not in StarCraft, nonetheless something else. Anyway, these Zerglings are still happily destroying the space. Nony's still refusing to do a warp in here for whatever reason. Perhaps he's planning to rebuild elsewhere. Yep, here we go, robotics facility coming in. but he doesn't have much resources, and he does not want to give up mining base. He's sacking the production for that mining base up there, but this is giving a very good amount of time for Jaedong to rebuild, to even a Baling's Nest coming in. In the 54th minute of the game, we see a Baling's Nest being constructed, the most delayed Baling's Nest I have ever seen. The Phoenix doing some damage there, but he's not doing anything about this base. I mean, one warp prism would be able to solve that situation, but apparently he's going against it. And here we go, Zerglings can tear this army apart with just two immortals there. Balings not so good against Stalkers, I would say. Blink and all of that versus Zealots, sure, why not? This Nexus is gonna live, but I don't think that Nony really cares much about it. The main problem is here that all these production facilities have went down, and he will be forced to rebuild all of this. I'm afraid that he just does not have the resources, but he does not have the willingness to commit this army to defend it, although he should have the willingness to go and reason to go and to snipe this. He does not probably know that it's still there. Let's have a look. No, he does not, and he doesn't know about this island expansion either. That's gonna come to haunt him later on in the game. I say later on in the game, but it's the 56th minute of the game. I want to see so badly how long it will last, but I don't want to because I'll ruin the replay for you guys. Here we go, those Zerglings finally being cleared out after having 10 minutes of rampage in the base. I'm surprised that not all of this has went down. I suppose there were just too few of them, and finally Nony deciding to deal with this. There is one warp prison doing a rather large warp in here, and he's going to attempt to clear this out. This poor crawler could have picked a worse time to change position. That's why he went down without dealing any damage of whatsoever. This base is gonna get cleared out. If Nony could only scout this base as well, he would be in good standing, but no, he does not. This Archon is in the wrong position. He should be here holding off any sort of entry attempt. There we go, this base is gonna get cleared out finally after a long blast. I'm surprised that he has committed so much of a force there, and this base, yes, finally Nony figures it out, goes there, cleans it out, and now Jaedong is in problems. He is facing some serious problems. He only has one mining base. Yeah, definitely he has one mining base, but for I mean, he's not going to be able to stand up to Nony with just one mining base. He needs more than that. Nony has two. He's on par in terms of army, and plus he's on defense. But look at this massive Zerg force. Look at the Jaedong's forces here. They are going to absolutely wreak havoc here. Look at this, the amount of queens. He has committed everything to this attack. He wants to make sure that this base goes down. And I'm not sure what Nony can do at this time to hold this off. He's even retreating his forces back down into the main. The Sarkon dealing with these Zerglings. There is a Ultralisk here. He needs to get back up there and destroy this force. If he does not, he will lose his mining bases, and that will mean the end of the game for him. A loss here would disqualify him. I do believe that I am in the right, but I'm not sure. We'll see later on when I post all the games. But he's about to lose his only mining base, and I'm not sure can you actually call this a mining base. He does have a considerable amount of resources in the bank, but still, this is a terrible situation for him. These queens being left behind alone, and they're going to be taken down very fast. They're not supposed to be in the front, they're supposed to be in the back, transfusing. My throat is yielding slowly but surely. Not sure how long can I keep it up. I have coffee and milk right next to me, so I do believe that I have some fuel left. Oh damn, those Daelings managed to pop on those Stalkers, but did not manage to kill anything just because of all those upgrades. And here we go, Ultralisks running away. There are still 4 more here with 4 queens. Those Phoenix better take care of those queens if they have any energy in them. Yes, they do have energy. I do not understand what are they waiting for. They need to go in, go fast, but the base goes down, and unfortunately the timing doesn't matter after the base goes down. Here we go, two Immortals and a shitload of Stalkers versus some Ultralisks. They're gonna clean this up completely. Sure, he has lost everything, and but he has inflicted some serious damage here. I mean, look at Nani doesn't have any harvesters, any income, and I want to say he doesn't have a bank either, but I suppose this counts as something. All in all, Jaedong in a very good shape compared to Nani, but Nani is out for blood. He wants to push. He knows that there is nothing else that he can do. If he remains on the defensive, he will lose for sure. And this is the only mining base of Jaedong. He has a lot of units queued up in production, but they won't be here for a while longer. This base is about to go down. There is a possible snipe there in the making. He's choosing to clean up the surrounding area first, and now the base goes down as well. Jaedong is no longer mining. There we go. He is a bit, just a bit, but this is nothing. He has 39 harvesters that are doing nothing. He doesn't have anywhere to mine now. This is a pretty big problem. He's doing this walk of shame across the map. Surely there's a closer map base, but they are not safe. Nony is here with his Protoss ball of death. He's rolling over this creep, destroying the creep tumors, clearing out spore crawlers, and this is not gonna. Oh, actually it might. Actually it might, because he's now facing a sandwich, and that being in a sandwich with ultralisks around you is never a good idea. But to great sorrow of Jaedong, he loses. He does not manage to make an effective sandwich. He simply did not have enough to take down these maxed out Protoss units. Too much did Nani have, and he managed to smash that Zerg ball. Now he needs to come in here, snipe the tech, and he will be in a very good position. For a moment there, I really thought Jaedong had this game. I mean, he has put up such a valiant fight, has fought so well with those multi-prong attacks, with that muta harassment. I mean, he has punished every every exit out of the base of every exit that Nani has made out of his base. Every push across the map was punished by a base loss or a probe loss. There we go. This is going to be the drone massacre here. Still quite a bit of them remaining. I mean, it has 30 of them remaining, but their numbers are dropping down rapidly. 28, still very much capable of mining, but I don't think they, somehow I don't think they will. Nani simply refusing to mine. He could make, actually he couldn't, because he's down to 41 minerals, and this is pretty much the end of production for Nani. He will not produce anything anymore. That's it. What you see is what he has. That is all. It is very rare to see that somebody falls down to absolute zero in terms of harvesters. I mean, I've almost never seen that. Usually they always have one hidden somewhere across the map, and we are facing a possible base race scenario, but I just don't see what. I mean, he doesn't have anything to destroy his buildings with. That is the problem. This force might as well be a 200 Protoss army if all you have are just a couple of Zerglings that you're gonna send against it. Even has the Warp Prism in the composition of this army, so he can do a fairly nice drop here, and there are no defensive buildings there. Jaedong GG's after this epic hour battle between the two giants, and he simply calls the day. He sees that there is nothing he can do, and that this is simply a slow death for him. In any case, I hope that you enjoyed the replay and that I wasn't too boring. This is Chronic. If you've enjoyed it, feel free to subscribe, like, or comment, something like that. But in any case, I bid you farewell. Till next time, I'll try to cast the other games as well.